Today I have this 2011 Ford Edge. I'm gonna be replacing the brake booster. The brake pedal's really hard. You have to step on it really hard to be able to stop. And I wasn't gonna film this, but I'm going to. I was just now removing this air cleaner and filter, and see how dirty this is. All this dust. It's just the conditions we're in here in New Mexico. We get a lot of dust storms and stuff. Surprisingly, this filter is not as bad as the ones I've seen lately. But look at that throttle body. That's filthy. You know what I hate? Is the smell of dried out battery acid. Sometimes I feel like I can taste it. Okay, so that battery tray is out of the way. Now I'm gonna proceed to unbolt the brake master cylinder. I'm gonna try something here. These lines flex right here. This is a steel line, but then there's this part right here. It looks like it's a flexible line. So I feel like I should be able to unbolt the master cylinder from the brake booster, and maybe this just moves out of the way because of those braided lines that are right here. I'm gonna try that. That way I don't have to take the lines off, bleed the brakes afterwards. And it looks like the brake master cylinder is being held by two 13mm nuts. Yeah. Okay. There's this one. Oh, look at that. It looks like it'll work. Maybe. Looks like it'll work like that. But will I be able to get that, squeeze that booster out of there? Maybe. So I have the new one here already. So it kind of helps when you have the part available, so you can see what do you have to remove. Obviously, here is where the brake pedal goes. Usually these things have like a pin that slides and locking either a U-clip or some sort of clip that goes through the rod that goes in here. And in this case, we have four, they appear to be four 13mm fasteners. You know, it's always exciting when you're doing something new, working on a car or doing something you've never done before. You don't know what you're getting into. But the thing is, you know, every job, every project is a challenge. Just about everything is different. So those are the fasteners right there. There's one, and well, there's four. I see two of them so far, but okay. All right, there they are. There's 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth one, it's somewhere up there. So I'm gonna have to detach the pedal and remove those four fasteners. So I was a little bit wrong about how this is attached to the brake pedal. There is there is this. It slides right up in here and it locks the pedal in place right up in here. And the way you remove it is by squeezing this two things together like that, squeezing them tight, and then on the other end you just pull on it. I use these needle nose pliers and squeezed on this like that as I pulled on it from the other end. Okay, so there's those two. I already removed the other two. Okay, it's loose. But yeah, I don't think, is this gonna be enough? I doubt it. This is not gonna be enough room. There's not enough room. I mean, this is still pretty flexible. It is pretty flexible. Okay, I'm gonna try to move it more. So the hose is detached. So this is what I'm looking at right now. So I was able to detach the booster from in there and twist it this way so that I can probably slide it out. But yet I'm still finding some issues or things in the way. Yeah, the brake, the master cylinder I was able to move it, you know, just because of that braided line right there. It makes it flexible. But I still have this right here, which is the shifter cable. It's kind of in the way. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna detach the bracket from the transmission so I can like move it out of the way, and that should allow me to get that booster out of there. Even though there's other issues, those studs are too long. They're getting trapped right here in the steel lines to the ABS module, and on the other end there's two more studs that are getting trapped, making contact right here with the manifold. But I'm still gonna try to wiggle it out of there without forcing it or breaking anything. So I went ahead and removed this locking piece from the shifter cable, and this should come out of there. Okay, there you go. So it's completely out of the way. So I got it out of there. I did have to fight it a little bit. So So it turns out that once it's detached from in there, because this goes facing in that direction, once you detach it from there, you have to flip it up like this and just try to wiggle it out. And that's the same way I'm gonna put the new one back in there. It seems like pulling it out of there, it's the hardest part of the job. So this is the way it came out, so that's how it's gonna go back in. Okay, so I don't know what is it, but it went back in faster than it came out. I hardly had to struggle, but here's the thing. It's not on there properly because the hole to the vacuum port, it's on the opposite direction, so I'm just gonna have to pull it and turn it. Okay, so now it seems like it's in the right place where it's supposed to be. Cool. So now I'm just gonna reverse the procedure. Attach the 4 fasteners from the inside. Attach the brake pedal, and we come back out here under the hood. So I have the brake booster attached, brake pedal attached also to the booster. We are close to being done here. So it's all done. I didn't film the last little bit. So the brake pedal feels normal now. Before it was really hard.